Okay, my system's loading up. So we did, see if they've added it in here for us. We don't have it in here, not what we've created. So our insert, go back, and I'm going to grab the insert from the last video. Be right back. Okay, I've got from the last one, and there we go. There's our insert from the last one. And they didn't tell us that we needed to do that. I just want to make sure that everything that we have is actually there. Anything we're supposed to have is actually there. So from here, we need to def equals. So we've got to do an equivalency function. So it's going to get two lists, this one and this two. It's going to compare them and see if they are equivalent. Now, what did they say we had to do? Where it returns. First items. All right. So essentially, what it's going to do, I'm going to put the little comments in here. It's going to returns true if list one equals list 2. Okay. Get that out of the way so we're clear on what it is we're doing. So let's start out with some space. And what we need to work on first is we've got two lists that we're dealing with, list 1 and list 2. Now, what if they're both empty? There's nothing in either one. Well, clearly, they're equivalent if they're both empty. Let's do that test, first and foremost. So, it is empty function, and we'll pass that list 1. And is empty list 2. So if they're both empty, then what? Well, that's the easy one. Return true, because that means they're equivalent. Let's come down. elif. What's our elif condition going to be? Let's save some space. Just run right here. So what if the first one's empty? Or the other one's empty. Now, on this conditional, one or the other, not both. The first condition is, are they both empty? This is one of them, not both of them, just one. And if one is empty and the other one is not, well, that's easy. Return false. And then now if the first position, this one, is equivalent to first position of list 2. So we're just looking at that first node. Oops. So if those minor little things, then return equals rest list 1, comma, rest list 2. So let's just do a test on the first ones. And if the first ones are the same, let's go see if the rest of them are the same. And if they are, we'll return that. If they're not, we'll return that. So we're not testing all of them. We're only using up that functionality to get through the ones that need to be evaluated. Okay, so these lists, we just don't know how long they are. And I don't want to use the processing speed to go through things that don't have to be evaluated. So as long as the first is the same, that'll get us through. So then we'll come down here. We'll do the else. Default will be false if they're not equivalent. So the only times they're equivalent is if both are empty, or the first is equivalent and all the rest are equivalent. So that's the extent of what we had to do here. Let's have it test and see how we did. It says we got an issue. Let me go dig and see what more do they want. Well, I went and looked at it, and it's my dyslexia. Just swap these two characters around. Let's go ahead and see. That should take care of it. There we go. That's our 100%. So our logic was all spot on. It was just me swapping characters, which unfortunately happens all the time. So with that said, that got us through everything we had to do. It's a simple little function that we had to write. And we've got the 4 conditions, or the 4 evaluations. 1, 2, 3, and 4. And the last one's just a default. Okay, so with that said, see you in 9.9.